This is
Brighton's finest.
bringing the artists closer to you.
Juice.
So it's an exciting time, right? It's just a few months over 2 years since you released your debut, The Universe Shines Upon You, and now you're giving us LP number 2, Con Todo El Mundo, which is damn exciting.
Yeah, we are very excited. Thank you.
So how long have you guys kind of had these songs together? Because I swear every time I see on Facebook you're either touring somewhere, you're in another part of the world. Where do you find this time to, first of all, write an album and then record it?
Good question. So last we set aside 2 weeks to write and to record a record. So we did that last December, right?
Yeah.
Last December, and then we spent the next month and a half overdubbing and editing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So officially when we went to record, we didn't have any songs complete.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of pieces, things that sort of had come up either from previous recording sessions or rehearsals where, there was like an A part or a part that recorded on a phone or somewhere. And so we went into the studio with sort of those parts and had a week to figure out something with them. And obviously a few of them are brand new.
So did you go into going into this new album with a particular mindset of what ideas you wanted to explore? Say a track like Evan Finds the Third Room. It's got quite a boogie feel to the sound, and there's also distinctly vocals in the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had a specific intention. I remember over the past, year before then, thinking that I really wanted to do a proper concept album and really plan it out. Actually, I think the Khruangbin plan is really just to go in and make something, and actually the concept is what comes out in 1 week, and that's the concept. But Evan is sort of a compilation of all of the inside jokes that we had on tour. For example, me saying sort of every so often was something that I would do regularly in the car when a song came on that I loved, and I would do it specifically at that measure.
Yes.
And we knew that we wanted to use the song, and Mark had come up with the main bit of that song musically, and he was like, we saved it in the studio to do last with vocals because we just wanted to drink tequila and have fun on that song, and we did.
Which it sounds like you very much did.
Yeah.
I think you can hear it.
And you guys have a certain passion for funk, and that's certainly coming out in the record as well. Were you trying to make a more kind of dancier album? Because the one before could maybe be seen as a perfect mellow afternoon album, but I feel like this one's a bit more for when the lights are off.
I feel like there are certain songs on this that apply to that kind of higher energy, up-tempo kind of thing, but it's still got plenty of slow Khruangbin burners on it,
I think they're just sort of like the notes of fun or playfulness, I think, are more extreme, I guess, than they were in the last one. I think it's also just from playing live together. We have fun on stage, and I think you wouldn't necessarily know that we have fun on stage from listening to the first album.
Yeah.
So
That's true. I can totally see that. And you guys do have fun on stage, which gets the crowd going, and there's always a playful atmosphere, which is super nice, super nice. Which I can imagine kind of segs into the name of the album, Con Todo El Mundo.
You should let Laura Lee pronounce it.
it's Con Todo El Mundo.
Ah, God. I can only apologise for my my pronunciation there, but it's a beautiful Spanish saying, and I didn't know what it meant until I googled it, and it translates to "with everybody," and that was a lovely surprise when I found that out. Can you tell me about how you arrived at that name?
It does mean with everybody, or everything. The literal translation is with all the world. And it is the thing I had with my grandfather. He spoke Spanish to me, but he would always say, "Como me quieres," which is, "How much do you love me? How much do you love me?" And he would say that regularly to me. And then the only answer he would actually accept and move on was "Con Todo El Mundo." So it was a sort of sweet thing, sweet, playful thing, but obviously the sentiment to the title is bigger.
Well, yeah, that's beautiful. And after the first album, The Universe Shines Upon You, which is another lovely name. I think for album number 3, you've got your work cut out. Because they are
always the case.
I think album number 3 is just going to be called Leave Me Alone.
Brighton's finest.
This is Juice.
On the 9th of February, the trio that is Khruangbin are back in Brighton to play The Haunt, which is mightily exciting, and tickets sold out long ago, long before I could even think about getting a ticket. But it's an exciting time when Khruangbin come in, because I think in 2016 you played maybe 3 or 4 times in Brighton.
It's always fun in Brighton.
We love Brighton.
Yeah, what's your guys' relationship with Brighton? Have you been able to spend much time here?
I came out and hung out with my buddy Andrew in Brighton for, I want to say, like a week and a half, a couple of years ago. And, me and Laura Lee came out and visited him even before that. We met him when he was playing keys for Bonobo back in 2010 and stayed in touch.
Yeah, because the beginning of Khruangbin kind of started on a tour with Bonobo, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrea Triani used to live out there. We came and visited them. I've sort of spent like a random day out there. It's really lovely in Brighton. The crowds are always amazing in Brighton. It's always a force that I show we look forward to.
I also look forward to the fish and chips.
Yeah, we have them in abundance. But yeah, it's always a good show when you guys come to town. And it's sold out, so it's going to be absolutely rammed in there. It's going to be full of people who want to move and groove. And you guys are the perfect host for that.
Thank you.
But what does a 2018 Khruangbin live show look like for those who may not yet have experienced it?
We have not experienced it either.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
We haven't had one yet.
Yeah.
So we'll rehearse next week and see what... We have one day to rehearse.
Yeah, we'll sort it out.
Wish us luck.
You want to save it for the stage, really.
Yeah.
You never know what kind of stuff happen.
So, I've got to round it off with a question which looks forward, because we are at the beginning of the year, very early in the year, really. What have you got planned for the rest of it? And have you got any goals that you want to achieve throughout the year? Like any aspirations, collaborations?
Wow, nice one.
We're going to be playing for most of the year. We're going to be on the road and traveling a lot.
We're booked through the summer.
Yeah. And as far as goals, my goal is to be able to actually write some more at some point during that time. It can be really, really hard to write on the road. So I think that's a pretty ambitious goal, but I'm going to try and make it happen so that when album 3 comes around, we have a lot more scraps to play with. As far as collaborations, there's a lot of talk going around, and I don't want to give anything away, so it's probably best to keep our plans secret for now, I guess is the fortune cookie way of saying it.
Well, that's still enough to excite me, and I'm sure the listeners.
This is Brighton's finest.
Bringing the artists closer to you.